What's up guys, this is your boy, the Average Gamer 19 over here, back with another video for Injustice 2 Mobile. And in this video, we are gonna look at the top 3 metahuman characters according to me, and which are definitely useful in multiple modes of the game. And we are gonna look at them and discuss on the same. And if you have any other opinions, do let me know down in the comments below. And before we get started with this video, make sure to check out Destiny's server. If you have not joined Destiny's server yet, it's an amazing server and you would love to join the server and get a lot of details about not only Injustice 2 Mobile, about other stuffs as well. So make sure to check them out. I'll leave a link in the description below as well as in the pinned comment. So make sure to check Destiny's server out. And with that out of the way, let's get started with this video where we are looking at the top 3 metahuman characters for Injustice 2 Mobile as of Jan 2021. So let's get started with this video. So we have quite a bit of metahuman characters. I do have most of them unlocked. The only one that I do not have unlocked is Martian Manhunter, but I have seen a fair share of gameplay with Martian Manhunter, and so definitely that is something that I'm going to consider in as well while having this review up. So without much further ado, the number 3rd character, which is a metahuman character that I feel is very strong and useful in multiple game modes, is Entangling Poison Ivy. Now you might be surprised that why I am choosing Entangling Poison Ivy as the 3rd one. So the reason is Entangling Poison Ivy is actually the essential support character which you require in your League of Anarchy team. So if you are using the League of Anarchy team, whether it's paired with a Heartbreaker Harley Quinn as the main damage dealer or Last Laugh the Joker as the main damage dealer, the primary damage that you're going to do is through the dots, and this dots is actually given by Entangling Poison Ivy. So let's look at Entangling Poison Ivy. So Entangling Poison Ivy does have 3 passives, which is good to have always. The more number of passives, it's actually kind of good, but then again, it depends on how the passive is strong or not. So here in our case for Entangling Poison Ivy, the first passive is 6 seconds of movement disable on swipe attacks on the use of special abilities. This is okay. This is not something, this is going to be very useful in raids or solo raids or even in arena or champions arena. This is not the passive that we are concerned about. We are concerned about this passive, which is passive 2, 75% additional damage over time on basic and swipe attacks. So on basic and swipe attacks, you're gonna get damage over time, and this actually depends on the amount of damage you're doing using the basic attack as well. So in most of the cases, if you're using Heartbreaker Harley Quinn and Last Laugh the Joker as the damage dealer, or rather they will be the primary characters only. So if you're using them, you definitely need to have armor pierce on both Last Laugh the Joker as well as Heartbreaker Harley Quinn to actually do a lot of basic damage, which in turn will increase the amount of dot damage. So this is something we'll have to consider while looking at Entangling Poison Ivy's second passive, that the damage from the basic attack increases the dot damage that you are going to do when the basic attack is actually increased. So this is applicable only to League of Anarchy. This is something to keep in mind, that it only works for League of Anarchy. So for other characters it will not work. So let's jump into the other passive, which makes also Entangling Poison Ivy good, is 50% of the dot tilt actually heals. So from the basic attack as well as even from the special ability that she will actually turn to heal herself. So this actually gives you an offensive as well as a defensive passive in the same passive, and that is definitely useful for having. And this actually makes Entangling Poison Ivy pretty versatile as well, that if you are trying to use Entangling Poison Ivy alone, I don't think people will be doing that, but if you just want to experiment and want to use it alone, then also you get the mixture of both offense as well as defense. So let's look at the specials. You don't need to upgrade the specials at all. I personally haven't upgraded it at all because it's not worth investing, because it's not a damage dealer, it's just a support character in the teams that you're going to use. So that's definitely something you want to look at. So the special one, no special properties, doesn't do a lot of damage, and is not at all helpful as well. So it is technically just doesn't matter. And let's look at the other one, the special 2. Here it does actually help a lot. If you use special 2, it has hazard damage as well as like it does power regeneration, negative power regeneration rather, for the opponent, so that is useful. But then again, like I said, it's just a support character, not a like a top damage dealer, so it's not gonna do a lot of special tools that you're gonna use, and you're kind of happy with not using any of the special abilities for this character. Let's jump into the next part, which is root pound. So this special ability you can actually max out. So the reason why I'm saying this, that you can actually max this out, is if you do not have Arkham Knight Batman, but you have Heartbreaker Harley Quinn, and you don't want to use a Predator Batman also, so there could be multitude of reasons like why this particular scenario could occur. Like for example, like you want to use PBM in another damage dealing team, you do not have a lot of damage dealing characters, so in that scenario, like you'll definitely want to use only say Entangling Poison Ivy to do stunts on the bosses who do not have Harmonious modifier. So if they do not have Harmonious modifier, you can see like you can get some good amount of stun duration as well with the special tree of Entangling Poison Ivy, and as a result you can do a lot of damage with Heartbreaker Harley Quinn once the character is stunned. So this is something you might want to check in if you do not have Arkham Knight Batman or Predator Batman, or you just want to use them in other teams. So with that being said, this kind of summarizes the great part about Entangling Poison Ivy and keeps Entangling Poison Ivy at number 3 for me. And let's move on to the next part. I feel the second character actually goes to Justice League the Flash. So Justice League the Flash is at number 2 for me, because Justice League the Flash has one passive which is extremely useful for any team that you are going to use. So this is something important. It is useful for any team, unlike Entangling Poison Ivy, which actually works for only the LOA team with the passive 2 basically, which gives the boost. So this is my opinion that it is essential to make your team more versatile across all the teams. So definitely Justice League the Flash is a great add-on there. So first of all, it does get like a boost from Justice League Cyborg, which helps it to do a lot of damage, and it is a character which has fast 3 fast attack hits. So with the +1 fast attack hit, which is the passive, it does 4 fast attacks, and that is definitely useful. So this is something that you might want to look at while even using this particular team, so a rather particular character. So some things to also look at is the special properties. So special properties here is like the first one is the special abilities rather is not at all useful. You're literally never going to use it, but special 2 is something that you might want to use. 102% chance. I guess this bug will never go off, but yeah, so this is something that you want to look at, because it gives that stun, and it's for some good amount of duration as well. And the duration is not mentioned here, but once it's stunned, you can actually even have Justice League the Flash as your 4th support character, the 3rd support character on your like LOA team as well, where you're pairing with Entangling Poison Ivy as well as either Heartbreaker Harley Quinn or Last Love the Joker, and you are gonna do a good amount of damage because of the extra fast attack hit that you're gonna get on either of the characters. So this is something that you might want to consider while using, and it's actually Justice League the Flash is actually useful across all the teams. So if you're having fast attack on the characters, which is kind of essential for either having it in the combo builder or in fact in the damage dealer themselves, so you are gonna do more fast attacks, and that is going to increase the amount of damage you're doing either in raids, solo raids, or even in arena or champions arena. So this is another aspect of Justice League the Flash. Finally, let's look at the last special ability, and again, no special property in the last special ability, but being a part of the Justice League member, like I mentioned, it's gonna get the boost in the basic attack damage, and that is the way you are gonna do a lot of damage with this particular character. So this actually places Justice League the Flash at number 2 for me in the list of metahuman characters to look at as of Jan 2021. The first one for me is again a Flash, and that is Multiverse the Flash. So you might wonder like why I don't include Martian Manhunter. It could be also like a good support character. It's a good support character, does some amount of damage. Why I'm not including Martian Manhunter? So the first thing, it's very difficult to obtain, so most of the players will not be having Martian Manhunter, and even if we obtain Martian Manhunter, is really useful as a support character in the Silver Banshee team, so it's not gonna help across the board. Now you might wonder like Multiverse the Flash also doesn't do support across the board, but what it does as an advantage, it supports the team that it's using, the Multiverse team, by quite a lot, and actually increases the way in which you can optimize the resources that you're spending on the game. So because if you have Multiverse the Flash, you do not need to invest at all on Multiverse Armor Supergirl, and Multiverse Armor Supergirl is going to be your main damage dealing character in the Multiverse team, and you don't need to like bother about having critical attack chance, you don't need to bother about having critical attack damage while you are building up Multiverse Armor Supergirl. So that's something that you might want to look at, and let's look at Multiverse the Flash and what is about Multiverse the Flash. So again, 3 passives, good to have 3 passives. It gives Multiverse team the critical attack chance and gives all teams, again this is something important, it gives all teams plus 45% team critical attack damage, which means you are well off with spending less resources for building teams, and you can actually use Multiverse the Flash not only as a support character for the Multiverse team but also for other teams. So this is something that you might want to consider looking at while you're trying to understand Multiverse the Flash, why I am placing it at number 1. Again, you might be having a different opinion, and if you do have a different opinion, do let me know down in the comments below. I will be happy to look at it. So let's look at the other passive for Multiverse the Flash, and that is Multiverse Haste, which is like decreasing the power cost for the special abilities done by the Multiverse team, and this is like a combined passive of both like a Power Girl or Dr. Fate, and that's something that you are gonna be pretty interested to look into, because this does give a lot of versatility while you're using the Multiverse team. Again, this is not applicable for other teams, which is a drawback, but definitely it does give an additional advantage in the Multiverse team itself, where it reduces the power cost. So let's jump into the next part, which is 3 tech specials ignored per battle. So this is again something which is advantageous, because if you're fighting Captain Cold, which is one of the hardest bosses in league raids, you are gonna ignore the specials done by Captain Cold 3 times in the battle, which is quite significant. And also, if you're facing Boss Superman in Rise of Krypton, Boss Superman in Rise of Krypton is actually tech class, and that also gives an advantage where you are actually ignoring specials done by Boss Superman. So this is again something good. This makes it a bit versatile, and it's an advantage again. So the reason why I'm saying this makes it a bit versatile is you can actually use it in any other team. This is independent of the Multiverse team, and this has an advantage. So let's look at the special properties. If you're looking at the special properties, nothing much to speak about, because they don't do a lot of damage and is not extremely helpful in any of the game modes, but it's something just fun. You can use special 2, special 1. They don't have any special properties, but special 3 does have the ability to stun your opponent. Again, it's up to you whether you want to use this. It does some decent amount of damage, but nothing extraordinary that you might want to consider. But that's it, I guess, for this video, guys, which summarizes the top 3 metahuman characters for Injustice 2 Mobile, according to me, as of Jan 2021. So thanks for watching. This is your boy, the Average Gamer 98 over here, signing off. You guys take care, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace.